Hi, I'm Kayla, the BookTube Turtle, and today I am doing my TBR for the Trick or Treat-a-thon. So I also participated in this last year. You can check out my videos. I think I did a vlog and also a TBR. So you can check that out in the cards, and I'll also link that below. So this read-a-thon is hosted by a group of booktubers. I will have all of their information in the description. And it's basically a read-a-thon throughout October that has some kind of Halloween theme. So this year it is scary movies. Have I read any of the movies on this list? No. I'm not much of like a horror scary movie person, but that's okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into the prompts and the books that I plan to read for that. So the first one is Halloween, read a book with autumn vibes. So I actually just like Googled books with fall vibes, and one that came up was The Accident Season. So I decided to read this one because it's actually technically on my list of books I want to read, but I kind of forgot that it existed for like several years because I'm pretty sure I heard about it like a long time ago and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. But this book is, from my understanding, this family has like this curse on them, and it's a seasonal thing and it tends to activate in October. So I'm like, okay, that's a good book for this. So that's what we're gonna go with. The next prompt is Friday the 13th. What is a book with a number in the title? So I'm gonna go with One of Us is Next, which is the sequel to One of Us is Lying. I'm not exactly sure what the sequel book is about, because I think it's like a different set of characters that like we saw in book one, but it wasn't like their story. I'm not 100% sure, but I watched the One of Us is Lying TV show recently, and so that kind of got me back into it, and so I'm like, you know, let's read the sequel. The next prompt is Nightmare on Elm Street, read a book at night. So this could be any of the books. I'm trying not to do a book for every single prompt if I can double up, because I cannot read 9 books in a month. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, I will just make sure that I read one of these books at night. The next prompt is Child's Play, read a middle grade book. So I'm gonna go with A-OK. This is a middle grade graphic novel, and the main character is asexual, I believe, which is very exciting because I'm always looking for more Arrow and or Ace rep. So yeah, that's also kind of been on my list for a little bit. And because it's a graphic novel, it'll be easy to like get through it very quickly. And when I do read-a-thons, I always find it's best to have at least one book that is short or gonna be like really quick to get through. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. The next prompt is Scream, read a book that keeps you guessing. So for this, I'm gonna go with The Hawthorne Legacy, which is the sequel to the Inheritance games, which I read sometime recently, in August maybe. And I really, really loved it. I love books that are like giant puzzles, and so I feel like that fits this prompt really well, and I want to read the sequel anyway, so we might as well do it for this. Next is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, read a book that is set in the real world. For this, I'm gonna go with, this is the only one I have with me, Autobiography by Christina Lauren, because I am way past due for a reread. Listen, I have not read this book at all this year, and I usually read this book like twice a year, along with Eliza and Her Monsters, and I haven't read it yet. So that's what I'm feeling. Is this in any way a Halloween book or has any kind of Halloween or fall vibes? Absolutely not. I don't care. It fits the prompt, so that's what we're gonna go with. Next is I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is read a backlist book, which just means published before 2022. Again, for this one, I'm going with any of them because I don't think I'm reading a single book that came out this year for this thing. The next one is Slumber Party Massacre, buddy read or read during a live show. So again, that could be any of these. I probably won't do a buddy read just because I already know my reading is going to be completely sporadic and chaotic, so I'm like, that's trying to like, you know, balance that with somebody else is going to be a lot. So I'll just read during a live show and that'll be good. And the last one is My Bloody Valentine, read a book with a romance or couple as the main characters. So I'm also going to use autobiography for that. I don't know if any of the other books have like any focus on romance. Yeah, that is my goal. Is I have 5 books. The Accident Season, One of Us is Next, A-OK, The Hawthorne Legacy, and Autobiography. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna vlog. Maybe, I hope. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. And I hope to actually get through all of the books on the list. I don't know if that'll actually happen because I'm really bad at sticking to TBRs and I'm really bad at reading a lot lately. I've been averaging like 3 books a month, so 5 is gonna be pushing it a little bit. But we'll see. I'm optimistic, but I'm just excited to have fun and like see what everybody else is doing who's participating in the read-a-thon. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, that is my TBR for the Trick or Treat-a-thon. Let me know if you are participating this year and what some of the books you plan to read are. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.